Hey, what's up, guys? Let me just answer something here real quick. So, if you guys have been, if you guys have been popping around in Discord, you might have heard that I kind of figured out some new Ladiva tech, which basically makes her best tool, which is the medium spinning power driver that has more range and does more damage, unmashable by 6-frame jabs. So, how are we going to set this up? I'm just going to roll that setup over here real quick. Essentially, it basically just looks like this. So you notice that the spinning power driver there, it was able to grab me from that far away. Now I'm going to go ahead and this time I'm going to mash. I'm already mashing. $5L wasn't able to mash out. I'm going to do $2L now since it has a little bit more range. It grabbed me right out of it. Cass, you've tarnished this video with Ladiva. We all hate Ladiva, but we need to understand that this is possibly something that you're going to encounter, so you have to learn how to play against it. So obviously the only thing that you can do in that kind of situation is you can try and jump, or you can backdash, but backdashing is incredibly hard in that scenario. That's probably what you can try and do. Or you can basically, again, just jump, since they're doing medium spinning power driver. You can probably get a better punish than that. Now, after you're done with the scenario, so basically it's like, okay, I can't mash. So what, I can DP, right? So from the same type of scenario, which is basically just doing 2U, that was a jab, and I blocked it, right? Now I'm just going to do DP. Gives you a DP safe stand jab. So basically what this is trying to say is that you kind of have to respect what it is that she can do in the corner, right? So now in between the safe jab and the fake out, it's basically really hard to discern anyways, because that's the medium spinning power driver right there too. After just the one whiff jab, there's not enough unthrowable time for when you are waking up to avoid the spinning power driver being thrown out like that. So it makes a scenario particularly hard to deal with, right? So let's say that you have a character that doesn't have a DP, all right? So you're faced with this scenario, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start pressing buttons. That's what happens if Ladiva wants to be non-committal, and you press a button, she gets a counter hit that hits you on the ground. Now, what happens if you try and jump? The 5M hits you on the ground. She has so much frame advantage right there that you actually can't even jump. Okay, if I would do 2M, it would hit me ground. It would I would actually be able to jump. But based on that particular scenario, she can do 5M. She gets a close one, and she can't. And you're basically non-committal. You don't have to commit to doing the 2Ms. Okay. Now, let's say that. Let's see our scenario I had over here. Let's say that I don't want to do, let's say I want to do the 2Ms. You can basically just do that. You don't have to commit to the EX headbutt. And you basically have the auto combo 50-50. If you have meter, you can't challenge her because she can just do the 2MM and SBAU. Because frame advantage in this scenario when she has meter doesn't matter. Okay. Obviously, she gets if she hits you with MM into EX headbutt, she gets 2H into Lariat into a similar scenario afterwards. Okay. Now, let's say that you're like, okay, well, fuck this shit. I am going to spot dodge the close 5H. And that's not even the most damaging combo. But basically, if you do the close 5H and spot dodge it, she can just do another close H, counter hit into another close H, into basically 50% for you just trying to avoid the scenario altogether. Now, let's say that you dodge after the close heavy because you don't want to. You don't think that the you don't think that the Spain Pod driver is going to come out, but you don't want to have to deal with an auto combo in the mix. It's just as bad. Which is kind of ridiculous once you think about it. So, even though it looks like there might be a, let's say that you're like, okay, well, I'm going to throw them off guard, and I am going to get hit by the stand heavy because they're not going to be able to do anything afterwards. They're not going to be able to grab me because there's going to be way too much frame advantage. That's actually the worst scenario possible. So I'm just going to get hit. She can link close medium after the stand heavy into lariat. That's obviously if you're standing. If you get the if somebody is crouching afterwards, then you just do a close medium into EX headbutt into 2H lariat into the same thing over and over again, and basically it's just a load of bullshit that this character can do. Matsama and I discovered this by accident when he was showing me a setup, and I was like, "Hey, I just grabbed a 6-frame move with medium SPD," and he was like, "No, that's bullshit." So this is proof of concept. Okay? Obviously, there's a lot more than Ladiva can do. If I think you're gonna jump, Ladiva can just basically do another stand heavy into EX lariat and pretty much kill you. I think the most she can take off is like 65 or 67% if she has SBA, if she has SSBA. But it's obviously the only risky move that she has. Everything in here is relatively low risk. So it serves a good example as to why this character is better than people. So is there a way to actually do this mid-screen? The answer is yes. Let me see if I can just kind of set it up over here real quick. Not easy, so bear with me if I don't get it on the first. No, that wasn't it. That looked wrong. Nope. Needs to be a micro dash. I think that was it. Find out. Gonna mash 5L or 2L now? Looked about right. Nope. Off by a frame. But this one has to be frame perfect. That's the only thing. I think that was it, and I missed this one part rather. I'll edit this before I put it on YouTube. There we go. Pretty sure. Oh, come on. Basically what you have to do is you have to do a small micro dash after the Spain power driver. And it has to kind of look like that. It's pretty hard to actually just get... Oh! there you go. See, solid mash, and I was able to grab it with the medium speed and power driver, and that was mid-screen. So this is some cheap shit. It's not exactly 100% practical mid-screen, but on the corner it's incredibly easy to do. But yeah, I'm just recording this over here so I can put it for a YouTube video for you. You guys are out.